POD Media presents the #1 late night talk show in the entire metaverse. Covering everything you need to know in the night's realm. You're watching The Night Shift. And now, your host, Jiggleman Porto and the Knights of Tijin.
What's going on, Knights? You know we had to have a little late night action. I got to tell you guys, I feel like when I keep saying late night action, this isn't late enough. Like, we need to start doing like a 10 o'clock, right? Like 11 o'clock, something like that, because 9 o'clock, it's just weird. I feel like it's just that awkward time. So stay tuned. I'm going to make sure we have new time. Guys, I'm excited not only about the announcements that we've had coming out and the reminders about Saucy Brew, and just we'll get to all of that, but we got our boy Richard Vagner of Spoiled Banana Let's try that again. Spoiled Banana Society. All right. The SBS crew. What's crazy is I was thinking about it literally while I was sitting here about to start the show. The first time him and I connected was like a week before they minted, right here on the Night Shift. He was like one of my first guests. And here we are. We're there already in season 2 with all this crazy stuff going on. The project is amazing. And, I hear we got a little collaborations going on. But this time around, he said, you know what? Let's add my brother to the mix. We didn't get Boris last time. So let's check in with the guys. I know they're waiting backstage. Let me bring up Richard. What's going on, bro?
Yo, what's happening? What's up, Knights of DJ and crew? What's up, Jigga? Boris should be joining us in 1 second. He's finishing a Twitter Spaces. Hustling for SBS. You know how it is. But super happy to be here, man. I'm honored, and it's always a fun time. Thank you for having me back on.
Oh, of course, man. It was a no-brainer, especially with, some of the stuff we're going to jump into. I think I see Boris back there.
Let's go.
All right. And
we
bam,
were just on a Twitter Spaces. Eric Ebron was there. So, he had to stay there for a little second.
Yeah, with Ebron there, bro. You sure? Is he still there? You need to go. Just go.
Start talking. He literally left as we finished. So we're good. We appreciate you.
All right. Yeah, of course, man. So, guys, I was talking about the fact that it was a week before your mint actually started. It was the first time we actually met each other, Richard, and had you guys on. When did you guys mint? I couldn't remember. Do you remember the date when it first launched?
It was 3 weeks left. It was probably like 4 weeks maybe prior to the season ending last year. So what would that be, like November? Yeah. End of November, maybe?
I think December, man.
Maybe even December.
Right?
And we also met at the Fan Control Football Day.
FCF.
Yeah, that was sick.
Yeah, it's like when you see a car, right, that you like, and then all of a sudden you see the car everywhere. Like, we met, and then it was like, oh, look, I'm in Cali, and here's Rich, and then we're everywhere, So, guys, I want to jump into the project. How things been? I mean, first season seemed like it was a super success. How are you guys feeling after that first one?
Yeah, we're super pumped, man. We sold out prior to the season starting, which is always exciting. Thank you. That was super special for us. We came up with a bunch of kind of upgrades and kind of new things that we've added into the ecosystem to ensure prizes keep going year after year. And it's just super cool. Our unique holders grew. More people found out about us. We had some dope ad reads with like Fantasy Pros, and like some people from Web 2 came in. So just seeing it kind of grow, starting from such a small thing last year, and like getting it to this point is just an insane thing for us.
I think one of the biggest things, like, and again, it's not more of like a shill of like, look at us. It's more of like me. I've been playing fantasy football my entire life, right? And like my biggest idols like growing up, like, as of like the last 10 years, whatever, have been the fantasy footballers. So like, Mike Wright having a card and being like, this is a cool concept, to me, like, made me, I don't know, like, feel a certain way, just because like those are the idols, those were people that we looked up to and wanted to be. Like, literally, me and my brother wanted to create our own podcast mimicking them. So for people to see what we're doing and how much work we've been putting in just means the world to us, man.
Yeah, I mean, and it's crazy because I feel like, especially on my timeline, right, I'm always seeing SBS stuff, right? And in the Knights of Degen, it's constantly conversations about the cards we have, the lineups we're looking at. Are we ready? Did we get the right stuff? Should we slime? Should we not? Like everything. So I kind of want to talk about the upgrades, right? For those that might be new to what the game itself is. So maybe before we jump into the upgrade, can you explain to them how it actually works with like the platform, the card? Let's give them a little bit of that. And then we'll get into the more Degen stuff.
Yeah, definitely. I give the quick elevator pitch. So, the way that it works is, usually in fantasy, you draft, you pick your things. In our game, because it's an NFT, you mint and it randomly generates your card. So on your one NFT, you'll get what's up, Clark? Shout out, Clark. On your one NFT, you get 2 quarterbacks, 4 running backs, 5 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, 2 defenses. It's random which ones you're going to get. And, additionally to that,
that was mint. So
yeah, we sold out. So now you can't. There's no randomly generating a card. Now you buy an already randomly generated card from another owner on OpenSea. But in addition to getting 2 quarterbacks, you don't just get Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. Because we wanted to NFT this thing. I mean, what happens when Tom Brady retires? When he retires, which probably be never. But that card is worthless. Right. There's no worth to that card. So what we did is we gave you Tampa Bay quarterback. And that ensures that there will always be a Tampa Bay quarterback, and you get the highest.
Right, as long as the quarterback's playing, you're getting those points. All right, that's good. So if they got stuck with me quarterbacking and I gave you 2 points, not my fault.
Hey, that's not zero. That's not zero.
Exactly. Hey, I gave myself 2 points. Thanks, Boris.
That's not Robert Woods this past week. That's pretty good. Right?
Yeah, facts.
No, but the way that it works is you get the top scoring player that week. So, if Tom Brady scores 5 points, gets injured, his backup comes in and scores 20, you'll get his backups 20. And, that also helps with, there's no waiver wire, there's no trading, there's no, you don't need to know an absurd amount about fantasy football to play this game. It kind of appeals to someone who just wants to get a card and kind of, just watch for fun. But there is a lot of skill involved, definitely. We have a board ape for first place and a lot of 1 ETH weekly prize for top prize. So there's a lot of prizes as well as, where you could definitely get crazy and really kind of get the spreadsheets out and do all that. But you do start your lineup every single week. So you have 2 quarterbacks, you start 1 of them. You start 2 of the running backs, 3 of the wide receivers, 1 tight end, 1 defensive. You do that on our site, so sbs.xyz. You go over there. It shows all your cards. You click on your cards. You edit the lineup. And then there's a leaderboard. The leaderboard updates live with your scores, what place you're in. And then there's weekly prizes. So every single week, top place is 1 ETH. There's 100 people who get paid. And then there's season-long prizes. So first place is a board ape for the season-long. 100 places get paid as well. And for the season-long, we wanted to ensure, hey, if we just make prizes for the top cards, all the shit cards, our floor is going to be like 0.00001 because what's the point?
Right.
So there's actually prizes for the bottom 100 cards as well. Last place getting 10 ETH. So, it's kind of all these checks and balances to make the game work and for the game to happen. But, I think that is the rundown. If I missed anything, I don't know.
I think that covers it. So for those of you that have been living under a rock and have no idea who SBS is, now you've got the understanding. All right. Now I want to talk about the bottom 100. And the reason I want to talk about that is our guy, Joe Candy, who helps run our committee, he sent me a card. He said, hey, man, we've got a card we're going to be using for the bottom 100. I was like, wait, you're going for the bottom 100? He said, well, we're not going for it. It's just we ended up with half of your New York Jets as our roster. So that was a lovely conversation.
Gary V doesn't watch the show, right?
No, but you know what? Gary knows. Gary and I both know. We're good. We got this.
Okay. Shout out Joe though. Joe's been super helpful and a big supporter of us, and kind of bridging that gap between Knights and SBS. So he's been very helpful. Big shout out to him.
So what made you guys jump into the upgrade thing? Like that was a pretty cool concept. How did that come together for this season?
Yeah. Hey, thank you for saying that. Our biggest thing was like, how do we keep these prizes going? How do we ensure that next year there's a board ape and the year after that and there's all these prizes? So, the 2 things that we came up with, and we're always thinking, how do we come up with more and more? And we got some cool things coming up. But what we came up with is, number 1, there's leagues. So, let's say you're DGen and the prizes are cool, but you want to play even more prizes. You can start a heads up league. You could start a 12-person league. There's 50-person leagues, 100-person leagues. There's week-long leagues, season-long leagues, 2-week leagues, a bunch of different leagues. And we take a percentage of that, and that goes into the bigger prize pool, for the Bored Ape, for all of those things. And then the second upgrade, which is kind of like the NFT upgrade, is, we wanted to kind of mimic Bored Ape has their serums,
Right.
you guys have steeds, there's levels to it, all these different things. So we came up with peels and mashes, and those are kind of like utility NFTs. So you can use a peel on your card. Let's say your card, is doing really bad, or it's a trash card and you want to get a better roster. You use a peel on your card. It completely changes your card. You get a completely new roster, and there's a chance it becomes spoiled. I'll go into spoiled in 1 second. If you use a mash, you take 2 cards, and it'll give you 2 completely new rosters on those 2 cards, but it'll only use the properties from those old 2 cards. So it's like mashing those 2 cards into 2 new cards.
Rich, I'm going to stop you real quick because I want to ask. So if people want, can they do that anytime during the season? If they have 2 cards they want to met?
Yeah, they can do that any.
No,
No, that's just the playoffs. So you could.
No, he's saying to actually mash and peel something. You can only do it 2.
You can only do it Tuesday and Wednesday every week, but any week in the season.
But I'm saying you can still do it though during this season. It's not like it was just before it started. Okay, I was just making sure.
So the cool
Boris
thing
is like, wait, no misinformation.
Let me check with the lawyers.
Yeah.
No, but the cool thing is, week 16. Let's say you're in you're potentially gonna win the ape, and freaking Christian McCaffrey gets injured. You could peel your card and get a completely new roster. You'll keep the points, keep your position, but you'll have a new team to try to win that last week. And the cool thing is, if you use a peel and you use a mash, it can become spoiled. And if it does become spoiled, your card is playing for the Bored Ape, all those prizes, but your card is also playing in a league with just the other spoiled cards, where there's a first place other deed, there's weekly prizes, there's season-long prizes. So if it does become spoiled, you're even in to win even more prizes, which just incentivizes people to, peel and mash.
Yeah, what I love about all the different aspects of what you guys are doing is obviously fantasy football. Let's be real, right? We all love fantasy football, but the fact that you kind of made it to a way where it's so interactive, but at the same time simplified, where anybody can get into it. And you see somebody else, mashing a card, you want to do the same thing yourself. So you're going and grabbing some more, trying to put it together. And for everybody watching now or on the replay, if you have New York Jets player cards that you're not happy with, hit me up. My DMs are open. How you doing? All right. So you mentioned competitions and leagues, right? So you're doing that now. Have we already talked publicly about the Knights of Degen and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. That is a very cool addition as well to the leagues. I feel like a lot of these NFT communities have a lot of fantasy football, people who love fantasy football. So what we wanted to offer was, hey, you can make your own community league where they have to own, your NFT to be able to participate in it. We made a Knights of Degen league, we made a Bored Ape league, 10KTF, Gutter, all of those leagues. And I would say the even cooler part about that is we're going to be playing NFT versus NFT versus NFT. Everybody's going to be playing against each other, so we could actually figure out who is the best community at fantasy football. I think the Knights, I saw you guys had a bunch of entries into it. So I think the Knights are looking good to potentially win that one.
Yeah, I sure hope so, man. They talk about it enough. They got to do something. So Boris, I got to ask you, man, what has been the most exciting thing for you with the project?
Honestly, man, it's been a passion of both of ours, just to get into the fantasy football space and like to create like a sustaining business, man. Like I said, me and my brother, we've tried to become like the fantasy footballers where we would give people expert advice, right? But doing something that's revolutionary within the NFT space, that's so new, that's so different, that's like something that I myself want to play and that I personally haven't seen done. Like, it's just really gratifying. It's really awesome seeing like the community members being like, yo, like this is amazing. And that's like the positive, right? But like, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of like hiccups, right? There's a lot of ups and downs. There's a lot of like, like devs, come on, you know what I mean? Like you're a startup company and you're going to have that. Like, we can't be like, everything is going to be perfect 24/7. And I think like, to be a good company, it's okay to be honest and transparent and be like, yo, like my bad, we fucked up, we will improve and make things better as a company. And so like we're learning that. And again, like I think our community, just like yours, like legit just like yours, are just one of the coolest fucking people. So just interacting and connecting with those people is probably the funnest part of it all, man.
That's awesome. Rich, I gotta ask, man, how do you find time to do everything you do? I mean, let's not act like we all don't know. I mean, this man's a Grammy award-winning musician, producer. I see clips come out and you're tearing it up. You got me going to get my own violin and then realize I don't know what the hell I'm doing. How do you do it, bro?
Oh, thanks so much, Jacob. You know, I definitely it's a hard balance. I would say Boris is even in a crazy situation. He just had his kid. You know, he has BAYC and all that. I'm lucky enough to where I don't have a family, you know, and I don't have kids. If there's any, you know, single girls walking, no, I'm just kidding. But
I'll clip it and put it out for you tomorrow, all right?
I appreciate that. No, but I think I'm in a very fortunate situation to where I can like dedicate a lot of my time. Something with music, you know, I'm my own boss, so I can definitely kind of chill on that if needed be when I need to focus on this company. But it's definitely a huge, it's definitely a stressful situation, I would say, to be trying to run a company, whether or not you have stuff going on in the background or not.
And Boris, I may be off, what, 7 months, 6 months? The baby?
9 months, man.
9. I remember seeing the first post when everything came out. That's the first one.
Yeah, it's my first one. And like, I feel like everything kind of like happened all at the same time. Found out about BAYC, had a kid, started SBS, then got very blessed. Like I work with Yuga and like they hired me as a community manager. Like everything is the most, like it's been the most blessing thing, but also like, holy shit, going from like barely doing shit to like working 16 hours a day, having to do something every second. It's been a lot, but it's a blessing, man. Like I'd rather be here than not be here. And like my kid, you know, anybody that has kids knows like it's just the most special thing in the world.
Yeah, and that's why I asked, man. You know, I'm a dad, right? I've got 4 kids. I mean, now they're grown, but you know, just thinking of everything, just as a dad, as a responsibility of the work you put into that, and then everything else you have going on, I'm like, all right, Boris does not sleep. The guy is like, do you even rest, bro? I don't see it happening.
Honestly, yeah, there is zero rest time. But that's amazing that you have 4. That's so beautiful, man. Having 4 kids. And what's the age gap from like the oldest to the youngest?
21 to 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I mean, wow. That's beautiful. Congratulations. Fucking amazing. Like Richard's fucking 23, man. Like he's
yeah. Like I could be your dad, bro. All right, this show's over. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna go cry in a corner now. All right.
No, bro. Honestly, I would have never met. Like you don't look like it at all.
Yeah, I would never think that in a million years. You look like you're freaking 30.
You should see me walk through Walmart with both of my sons because they're both taller than me, right? And I'm the guy in the middle, and they're both like this. And I'm like, all right, no one thinks I'm their dad. They look like they're my bodyguards.
I'm freaking I pray that my kids are taller than me. We're so short that
we're so short, bro. We didn't get those good genes on that. That's
When I met you, Rich, we both were like the shortest guys at the entire combine, bro.
They're all football players, freaking huge, and
and then you made me look even worse because you're out there running around doing all these plays, and here's the idiot running around in a night costume. I'm like, I did something wrong here. What's going on?
Nah, dude, I wish I was on the sidelines with you. After that day, I was like, man, I don't know if I'm cut out for this. I don't know if I should be doing this.
Sore for days. That's hilarious.
Literally.
So I actually brought. I want to look up some of the cards that the Knights actually have. So I figured I had you guys here. We kind of see what we got going on with our lineup. So let me pull this one up. So here's the one I believe he said this is going to be my winning card for the bottom. We got New York Jets quarterback, New York Jets running back, Chicago running back. So when these were generated originally, it's just completely random, right?
All random, man. The only thing we made sure of is that there's no cards that are the same. Like, you know, like we just made sure. And there's so many combinations there. I mean, we can go on for a long time to make even more combinations, but yeah, we made sure of that, and it's all random, man. Like we didn't know what was gonna come out. We didn't want to know any of that information, so
And the
So,
cool
yeah.
thing too, like you would think with 10,000 people, like you would have similar lineups. Like nobody in the top 100 this week has the same amount of points. So it looks like it's everybody's kind of having a unique lineup and unique, definitely unique cards, but unique lineups too.
Yeah, and that was one thing I love too is instead of it being like, oh, you got the card, it was just one quarterback, here you go. You do have the option that it's different ones, right? You have two. It's like, do I start that Denver quarterback? Do I go with Russ? Do I go with Statue of Liberty Joe Flacco, right? So that makes it kind of fun. I got to ask, this first week, what was the highest point getter?
I think it was like 200 and it was either 200 and like in the 10 range or in the 30 range.
So if someone buys right now, I mean, I know the answer, but for those that may only be watching this for the first time, if someone wanted to go right now, secondary, and grabbed one, do they accumulate the points that card would have done last week and they in the running for the whole year?
Yep, exactly. So at any point in the season, you could buy a card. Either you're going to get, what that old owner was setting their lineups to, or you're going to get the default lineup if nobody was setting anything. So, you have Minnesota and Tampa Bay on that card. It's automatically going to give you Minnesota quarterback. Same with those top two running backs. So, it does accumulate over the season and you could join at any point in time.
Yeah, I think this one here is one of our decent cards. I mean, I was kind of excited when we had this one.
I would say that's more than decent. That's looking pretty nice right there.
Damn, bro. What do you mean decent? Dude,
listen, I was trying to be nice, all right? Other people outside Knights, watch this. I got to make it seem like, it's just it.
You gotta make sure people can actually go get some cards and then they don't think they're just going to lose every week. To this
right. I don't want to scare them away right now, I'm trying to do my job, guys. So that one was pretty dope.
Too. Definitely fire. Especially with the way Cars is playing. And I mean, there's no way he's just going to have a good year. But like I'll say one thing. I don't know why I didn't give Adams enough credit, but oh my fucking God. Like the amount of targets, the amount of reception, like, he is the best wide receiver, man. So
yeah,
that's a nice
really
card.
Can't argue it.
Yeah, that's a nice card there with the QB wide receiver and tight end stack right there.
I mean, and if McCaffrey stays healthy, they got Carolina on that running back card too. I mean, can't complain. So do you guys, as co-founders of this project, do you guys legally, are you allowed to play? Do you play or are you out?
Wait, why are you going to even ask us that question, man? Oh my God. No,
like, I mean, I would want to play.
I know.
That's the worst. Yeah.
I'm telling you, like, I know maybe people might not believe it. Like, we did it so we can also play. Like not even kidding you.
Not also play, so we can play. So we were the ones doing this game.
We didn't see a platform that has, that has done it well. So we were like, this would be lit for us to play because, and we just got into the NFT space. And yet, no, like all the lawyers, everybody we talked to, like, no, dude, you cannot play.
Yeah, some dude at DK, I guess, messed it up for us when he won like first place in the contest, and now nobody can play.
Yeah, and it was just one of those thoughts, man. Because I'm like, man, if I was a part of this project and you guys told me I couldn't play, I'd be like, I might not be able to work here. Like, I'd have to go.
Well, that's the thing. Like, like right now we have mods, and like, as the company gets bigger, we would like to, give them paying jobs and eventually get more paying jobs. But yeah, like most people, it just has to make sense because they cannot play the game, which for them definitely sucks.
Right. And that's the crazy thing, right? With Web3 is the people that want to join the project are people that are enjoying the side of the project. So it's like, you got to realize, hey, you want to help in any way, you got to take a step back and go ahead and hand that card over to Jigga Man. He'll take care of it for you. So anything coming up soon? Any surprises or things we're adding to the season, or are we pretty much set in stone right now on what's going on? I mean, the prizes already are ridiculous, but I don't know if you guys had other things coming up.
Yeah, I think the exciting thing is this year we're doing a playoff structure. So like in week 15, only 100 cards are going to be continuing. And then week 16, 50 cards. And then week 17, there'll be that finals with 25 cards where, there'll be everyone could win one ape. I don't know if I said that correctly. And then the cool thing is, not every person can win an individual ape, but
I saw Boris grab his phone. He called the lawyer again. He was like, hold on.
I'm
gonna get the alert tomorrow. Edit that out real quick.
Can you clip that actually? No, but I think that we're doing actually a competition in the actual NFL playoffs this year, which should be exciting. We have a little cool twist that we're gonna do with the cards. People get new cards for that, and then I think I can't say much about it, but we have some really, I would say, like really exciting things that we're planning for next year, to ensure that the prizes are big and to ensure that it's fun, because I feel like what people love the most is definitely playing the game, but I think what people really want to do is like, I don't know, if I was playing, like I don't know if I should say this. Like people would want to like mint a team and see what they got, right? Like that's such an adrenaline process. Like, yo, like what team am I going to get? What combination of players? So I think continuing some form of that, is just very
Nice.
exciting that we want to potentially bring back. But it'll always be 10,000 cards in the Genesis League. That'll always be that. We're never going to add any more cards to that.
That's awesome.
I would say like this year, this football season, we're going to make a pretty insane announcement and some I think it's going to be pretty fucking insane. Pretty awesome stuff that we're going to be doing that we can't clearly share, but it's going to be pretty awesome.
Hey, it's all right. We don't have to get spoilers every time. The little carrot dangle every once in a while is fine too.
But how can you not give spoils if we're a spoiled banana society?
Listen, I was hoping you'd get there on your own, Boris, but I understand. So I want to ask, because going back to the different leagues that people can create, like the Nights Legion one, right? Is there a format where if you want to challenge another community or other people to make that as well?
Yeah. So, we're able to make pretty much anything within, of course, a reasonable thing. We can't do it where like, yo, let me make a league where I take 4 of my cards and combine the score, but whatever league anybody wants to make, we have an awesome Discord. People can roll through there. We have a league HQ place where you could just send me what kind of league you want to make, and we can set that up for you, and tailor it to what you want. In NFT league, challenging on an NFT league, I believe we can do that as well. Yeah. So that's, I think, the cool thing with getting the league set up. Like, we're just getting started. The possibilities are endless of how we can evolve on that. That's another thing that we're going to be adding in the future. Like, I can't go into specifically what, but different kind of things that you can do within those leagues. That'll be really cool. That is kind of reminiscent of your regular fantasy football thing.
Yeah, but in the future, it would be like really awesome. Is like, just like Yahoo, just like anywhere else. Like, dude, like go create your own leagues, call up your homies, play.
Yeah.
Great set want. For this year, we just couldn't do it. But for next year, we just want to make it as easy, as chill, and you guys basically do however you want it and whatever you want with it.
Right now we're just testing that it all works. Once it's all good, I'm not going to be making leagues. The users will be making exactly the leagues they want to make.
Yeah, and honestly, guys, the reason I asked is I had wrote down some ideas around things that we're going to be starting to do for like charity events. And I was like, man, how great would it be if we had 10 people that said, yeah, you know what, let's go head to head for the next half of the season, and that we build our own little pot, and the winning pot goes to that dedicated charity. So just know I'm thinking of that idea. So expect me to hit you up on it, because I think it'd be a good way to kind of bring, Dejan's doing good, but still enjoying every second of SBS and, doing it that way. That's it. He's calling his lawyer right now. He did it again, Rich. Look.
He's a wild man, dude. I wish I can control him. No, but dude, please, any ideas you have, and that's the cool thing about being in Web3, and being in this space is like, at the end of the day, I mean, the community is what makes it,
right.
And what comes up with all these ideas. And, we have an idea section in our Discord. We're always watching in there. People have made really cool, posts in there. We're building this with the community, which is, I think, a really special part of it.
Yeah, 100%. Well, man, guys, told you I wasn't going to keep you too long tonight. I appreciate you making time to hang out and talk. Boris, I would tell you to get some rest, but we both know it's not going to freaking happen, bro. So congratulations to the baby, everything.
Thank you. I would say the same thing to you, man. I appreciate you having us. Appreciate your vibes and the friendship that, you, like I said, Nights of Degens are like, the coolest fucking, one of the, you know, coolest community we fucking know. So like, you guys are awesome, always supportive. You guys have your own fantasy football stuff. You guys have so much shit on the horizon. So, you know, we're excited for everything you guys got going as well, man. So appreciate you, dude.
Yeah, appreciate you, Jacob. Thank you so much.
No, thank you guys. Have a great night. And, you know, I'll be talking to you soon. I always hit you up. Later, guys.
100%. Have a good night. Peace.
I mean, come on, guys. I mean, it's a no-brainer. If you don't have an SBS yet, what are you doing? It's like when I tell you, if you don't have a night yet, what are you doing? Right? How can you not have a night and then have a SBS card? So you're doing everything at the same time. Like, get it together. Like, seriously, get it together. Guys, before we go, I want a quick reminder. The deadline is tomorrow. This is your last chance. Go get your Dejan Hayes. Look at that. I mean, that can of it just looks good. I mean, the art looks amazing. Everything looks good. It's just super, super dope. Get in there. It's in the Discord, codes and everything. We had Twitter Spaces earlier with Saucy Brew Works talking about how they built everything, how everything came together. Super dope. Make sure you go get your orders. Everybody in the chat, appreciate you. What up, Jason Wright, Zook, Clark? Thank you guys for hanging out. And guys, 30 minutes out. Tap back in here for KOD University. The boys are ready to bring you all the alpha you need when it comes to college football. And on that note, we're out of here. Peace.